Well, I was asked to do the next interview from the Woodley Sandhurst game with two players, which, if you're followers of football in Bracknell, you know that we've really hyped up over the week, and that's the Oakley brothers. And sort of I looked back into sort of the statistics and research of brothers that have played a higher level of football throughout the years, and sort of was quite fascinated of how many brothers have played against each other and played at the same team. And we're going back, let's say, to back in the 60s to the Charlton brothers, you know, Jack playing for Leeds and Bobby for Manchester United, the Tory brothers, obviously, Colo and Yaya, Liverpool and Manchester City. And those of you who are more local, you've got the Hunt boys, haven't you? You've got Noel and Stephen, Noel playing for Pompey at the moment down in League Two, and I think still Stephen signed for Coventry in League One. But away from that, going into your Hellenic Division 1 East, we have got the Oakley brothers. We have got Harry and Charlie. Charlie playing for Woodley, the 1-0 winners today at Scales Lane here. Harry for Sandhurst. I can come to you first, Charlie. Leading goal scorer in the league at the moment. Everything's going right for you, isn't it?
Yeah, it is actually. We've had obviously new joined to the team, and it's just worked for me really. The way we play has suited my style, which was a big factor in me joining them. And to be fair to the boys, they've a lot of them have been then putting on the plate for me. So it's not as if I've been doing all individual stuff. It's been largely team goals, and I've just been there in the right place at the right time to finish them off. So yeah, it's good. I'm really happy.
It's a good place to be, Woodley, at the moment. Sort of second in the league. The last Penn and Tyler won today, 6-3, and still keeping sort of, I think, a 4-point sort of division between you both. But there again, you've got 3 or 4 games in hand. You know, it's quite exciting. Second part of the season going to be for the United. Isn't it?
It is, yeah. I mean, to be fair to Penn, they keep putting the points on the board, which means that we've got to keep winning our games in hand, and the games that we've been playing at the same time as at the moment, so we've not really had a chance to make up the ground. But we've obviously got them on New Year's Eve as well, so that'll be another massive game. But I think the fact that we keep winning games has given us almost a little bit of leeway if we do keep winning our games in hand. And but I think we're playing really well. We keep picking up these wins in difficult conditions, in difficult games. So the confidence is high with the boys, and you can see us after the game today in a huddle at the end. That's a massive win for us. So we're going to keep working, keep hunting them down, and hopefully we'll get that top spot.
Well, Charlie now on 14 appearances, 13 goals for the season, wearing number 9 always for Woodley, wearing number 6 for Sandhurst, and both of you I see wearing the captain's armband today as well. Very much was Harry. Harry, how did the game plan out for you? Because you huffed and puffed and nearly got the point out of it, and it would have been a well-deserved point as well, wouldn't it?
Yeah, we came here with the intention of getting all 3, Mark, to be honest, but it was always going to be a 1-goal game. We knew that. It was a difficult pitch for both teams, might I add. I don't think it allowed for both teams to really sort of show what they're truly capable of, because, Woodley are good footballing side, and, I like to think we are as well when we get our team out there. It was a 1-goal game. I think a mistake was going to decide it, and, they took the chance and we didn't, so, that's football for you.
Now, this is the first time these sides, Woodley and Sandhurst, have played each other this season. Over the years, you've probably played each other and with each other probably quite a few times. Sort of, has this been sort of a long time since you've played on the same pitch with each other?
No, we played together for the last 2 or 3 seasons on the same team. Yeah. I think this is the first sort of time we've sort of played against each other, and like I say, him being a centre forward, me being a centre half directly against each other as well. So that's always nice for sort of competition purposes. And he didn't score today, so that was one part of the job that I did today. So there we go. I'll take that as a moral victory.
And just tell us apart, because there's probably loads of other brothers at grassroots level going up through that are playing with each other. Just tell us a little bit how you both started.
Yeah, well, we both started. We moved to the area, sort of Camberley sort of area, when we were about, I think, 8 and sort of 6 years old, and we joined Camberley Town. So we were in the Camberley Town sort of youth setup all through, I think, from the ages of about 8 to about 18, the youth team as well. So that was where we sort of developed and sort of played our football. And from there on in, we've gone to quite a few clubs. We've been at Hartley, Whitney and Camberley together as well. So that's where we've mainly been on the same team. But yeah, first time we've ever played against each other really today, I think, at a competitive level.
Obviously, a derby here, Charlie, sort of again would get the blood going on a Saturday morning as you got out of bed. But knowing sort of playing up against your brother as well, sort of, must be pretty special just before Christmas. Quite nice.
Nice for the family. Yeah, they all came down today, but it's It's horrible, really, because we have a chat in the week anyway. We speak every day and normally give each other a bit of jip leading up to it. But to be honest, it was a difficult one today because obviously he knows me inside out, I know him inside out, and at times it did prove to be a little bit of a stalemate. But obviously it's a great occasion for us, and there's no real bragging rights between me and him. We are quite good about it. We respect each other and the way we play. And I thought he had a good game today. I thought I did all right. So at the end of the day, for the parents, they would have been happy with the draw. But they actually left. They missed the winning goal. They actually left early, so we'll have to fill them in and make up that I actually scored, I think.
I think we both should have scored today. You had a chance and I had 2 headers, so no excuses there. 4 from both of us, Mark.
And saying that, sort of, you were saying sort of you both sort of respect and look at each other. Sort of after every game, do you sort of talk through the week, sort of how things are going? And,
it's on the way home. We normally, he's probably the first person I speak to after a game. I'll phone him up and say, how'd you get on? And he'll do vice versa. We'll end up having a chat on the way home to obviously hands-free, safe driving. But we'll have a chat and we'll find out. And to be fair, we give each other advice about the teams that we played against. So if we've played against a team that have got, they've had a high line, he'll let me know. And then vice versa, whenever we play a team, we almost do the scouting report for each other. So it kind of works out all right for both of us. Only when we play against each other, it's a bit of cat and mouse, really. So.
And Harry, I was talking to Luke just a moment ago there, talking about Sandhurst Town as well, where you are in the league. Probably it's an unfair, sort of prediction of sort of where you are in the league, because you're a good footballing side there, really. You've beaten, still in the Chairman's Cup, beaten Premiership sides against Binfield end of January. Not a bad side, and really sort of on paper, it doesn't sort of show really what a fair decent side you are.
Yeah, no, you're right, Mark. This season we've beaten 2 Step 5 teams. We went away to Badshot Lee in the Aldershot Senior Cup and came away with a 2-0 win. We went away to Wootton Bassett with the Bear 11 and came away with a 3-2 win, having gone 2-0 down. So the results have been there this season. I think we've just struggled for consistency, and what I mean by that is not just the performance but also the availability of players. But I'm sure that's the same for a lot of teams in the league. The talent is there. I think it's our first sort of first season in the Hellenics. I think we're sort of getting used to how the sort of league works and whatnot, and maybe we'll make a better run of it next season.
It shows with both sides actually what a friendly and welcoming clubs you are, to all that come along, and sort of how together you are. Certainly Woodley does show sort of how much together you are as a team, because I always seem to get the manager and the assistant manager never before in the other teams for interviews, but it does show sort of how both teams are really together and working well.
I'd agree with that, and like I say, I do hope Woodley go on and win it. I think the league table never lies at the end of a season, and like I say, it'll be between them and Penn for the title, I think, at this stage. And like I said, I do hope, with him being a Woodley player, I hope they do go on and win it. But also like to say it was Josh Anwar's last game for Sandhurst today before he goes off and works in Canada. He was our centre midfielder today, and I thought he had a great game. So I want to say thanks to Josh for his contributions this season. So I think we'll miss him as well. It'll be a big miss for us for the rest of the season. So
exactly, well done, Josh, and all from Football in Bracknell as well. We hope you well, sort of with your trip out to Canada. Going through, obviously, you've seen through the week sort of really how the hype we've tried to get through with you boys, and obviously we put the question out there, Charlie or Harry, and I don't know if you looked at the percentage, but Harry, you've got the 53% to your 47% there, Charlie. So there you go, 1-0 to you.
The fans don't lie, Mark. At the end of the day, the fans don't lie.
But Mark, you and I both know that we can never trust the polls, can we? So.
and also sort of looking through, and I was quite listening to the questions you were giving and what have you. You were saying both your games, or the best game you probably both, and you both actually said it of each other, was the QPR Wimbledon game in '96. What was so special about that game, boys?
That was the first one we went to together. It was. I was could have been 4, 3.
Yeah, not even that.
And he was 5, so it was our first real game, and that was obviously the first game together, first game obviously with the old man. And I think that's what, when you walk up, obviously, and especially at Loftus Road, that nice tight pitch and close to the stadium's very close to the pitch. You can see that obviously we kind of fell in love with the game at that day, I think, and that's my memory of it.
It was the rare time QPR were a Premier League side, Mark, so that's why it was special. Again against a vintage Wimbledon team containing the likes of Robbie Earle, so that's why it was special. Bit of nostalgia for you.
Yeah. But there you go, sort of going back to league, it's great to sort of, sort of camaraderie between you both. Great to see you both teams play today. Well done.
Cheers, Mark.
Cheers.